maybe. Yeah. So anyhow, Pennsylvania had an energy initiative for the solar community. They had some money set aside for the federal government, basically to do solar rooftop collection for their houses. And I heard about it just as it was running out. It was kind of, the whole thing was at the tail end of whatever money was there. And I read that there were just a few days left. So I called up this company that said that they would do, solar for you if you had the proper roof and south-facing exposure and all the rest of it. And they said, yeah, it looks like your barn is perfect. We'll send our engineers out and we'll look at it and we'll make you a deal. If you want, you can put our solar panels on the roof, and then you can pay us, depending on how much electricity you use, at a very low rate, and it'll really save you money, and you won't have to own the panels. We own them, and you won't have to service them. We own that, and you're basically coming out ahead. But there's another deal we offer, and that is that if you put down a down payment that goes out maybe 5 or 10 years, you can pay for all your electricity forever right now, period. And the rate will bring your kilowatt hour rate down to something like, I forget what it is in dollars. It's $3 a kilowatt or something. In other words, you only pay a third for your electricity than you would if you had stayed on the grid. And not only that, in 20 years' time, you own the whole thing. We give it to you.
Wow.
So essentially, we put down $10,000, and we now make enough electricity for 3 houses, and we're getting credits from PECO, which we can put towards burning more electricity in our house if we want to for free, right? And the lifespan of this system is approximately 35 to 40 years. That's maybe pushing it, but the point being is that it only loses about a quarter of its capacity. So it'll be operating at 80% efficiency in 30 years from now. And I won't be around, but somebody will still be making electricity here for that $10,000 initial down payment. Too good a deal to pass up, and we were lucky. We got one of the last.
Did you get a grant or something?
No, they did all that work. They did the township work. They passed. They made sure that I didn't have to do anything more but go to the Historical Society and say that I wasn't going to dirty up their street view, that the street view would still look good.
Wow.
And so the township was happy. They had never even heard of this company before. 1 block off the grid from San Francisco, is doing it. And the same company has another offshoot, and that offshoot is the Tesla Motor Company. So the guy who started Tesla has a brother, and he started this whole solar thing on the side. And now it's swept the country. I think they're one of 5 people that are trying this business model.
So is it possible for Colleen and I to do this?
Yes, but the problem is the grant initiatives for Pennsylvania has to be renewed again. And that money comes from the federal government, and it goes to the state, and the state apportions it out according to the way they see fit. And the way they're doing it now is that they're only granting commercial establishments, not residential. The residential initiative is over, which is a drag. But in New Jersey and Delaware and Maryland, especially New Jersey, it's going gangbusters for residential use.
Wow.
So if you have a vacation house or something, you might think about it.